Total Sports Zone. All sports, all action, one zone.
The 2026 NFL Draft ended, and the major networks almost immediately slammed the San Francisco 49ers rookie class. Across the board, draft analysts ranked the haul near the absolute bottom of the league. ESPN's Mel Kiper Jr. went as far as saying the team's decisions simply left him confused. This reaction hit especially hard because San Francisco entered the weekend without a first-round pick. When you lack premium draft capital, your margin for error on days 2 and 3 practically disappears. That leaves us with a necessary question. Did the front office waste their limited picks? Or is the consensus media completely missing a larger strategic vision? The initial shock over those low grades stems from a rigid view of what a draft class should do. The 49ers explicitly abandoned immediate roster impact this year. Instead, they decided to chase highly volatile long-term upside. General Manager John Lynch and the rest of the front office made a highly controversial calculation. Rather than selecting high-floor, pro-ready players to plug immediate depth chart holes, they drafted raw athletes. That decision places a massive development burden squarely on the shoulders of Kyle Shanahan and his coaching staff. The front office prioritized extreme physical traits, massive wingspans, elite top-end speed, and sheer structural size, over refined football fundamentals. They executed a massive architectural pivot. The 49ers are betting entirely on their building's ability to develop projects over the next 2 years, fully accepting that these rookies will contribute almost nothing to the 2026 season. This quadrant chart maps the 49ers draft class. The vertical axis is athletic ceiling, the horizontal is NFL readiness. Take their first pick, round 2 receiver De'Zhaun Stribling. He lands squarely in the top left. His readiness is a moot point. He is entirely blocked on the depth chart. The 49ers already have Mike Evans locked in as a starting receiver, and they have Christian Kirk cemented into that starting trio as well. Because of the established veteran talent, Stribling will spend 2026 on the bench. Then we look at round 3. They needed a power back to replace Brian Robinson Jr., but they reached for Kylon Black over several higher-graded consensus prospects. By spending prime day 2 capital on a redshirt receiver and a mid-round running back, a position this regime routinely struggles to develop, the front office effectively secured zero immediate return on investment. We see the exact same logic applied to their defensive line. Both edge Romello Height and tackle Grayson Halton map into that high-ceiling, low-readiness zone. Height is exceptionally light at just 239 pounds on a 6'6" frame. Halton is an undersized interior rusher. These builds come with distinct advantages. They have elite quickness, loose hips, and the agility necessary to execute complex twists and stunts on passing downs. The drawback is physics. They lack the sheer mass required to anchor against run blocks or set the edge, making them major liabilities on early downs. By drafting physical outliers, the 49ers guaranteed they wouldn't get every down starters. They acquired highly specific third-down pass rush specialists, intentionally capping how much these rookies will play. The day 3 selections took this strategy to its absolute extreme. Cornerback Ephesians Prysock, linebacker Jaden Duggar, and tackle Enrique Cruz Jr. are pure bets on anatomy. Prysock stands at 6'3", Duggar brings a monstrous 7-foot wingspan, and Cruz offers a dense 6'5" frame. But the tape reveals severe technical flaws. Scouts flagged poor short area quickness, a lack of anticipation, and in Duggar's case, years spent against lower-tier collegiate competition at Georgetown and Louisiana. This requires total technique reconstruction. To survive the speed of the NFL, the coaching staff will have to build these players from the ground up. Day 3 was treated entirely like a lottery. If the coaches succeed, the franchise secures elite starters on cheap contracts. If they fail, the entire back half of the draft yields absolutely nothing. That brings us back to the start, the D and C- grades handed out by the networks. Those grades reveal a flaw in the evaluation methodology. Media analysts grade drafts strictly on immediate roster return and how closely a team stuck to the consensus talent board. The 49ers actively ignored both of those metrics. They chose to draft for the 2027 and 2028 seasons. The draft stops being confusing when you realize San Francisco is operating on a completely different timeline than the people grading them. This scorecard shows the trade-off clearly. If you are a fan expecting a Super Bowl push this year, your frustration is completely valid. Aside from Kalen Black taking occasional niche snaps, This entire class is effectively taking a redshirt year. It provides zero additional firepower for a 2026 championship run. However, if you evaluate this from the perspective of a franchise architect focused on the long-term salary cap and an aging veteran core, the math changes. If even 2 of these raw athletes manage to hit their ceiling, the 49ers will have successfully secured a bridge to their next era of contention. To execute this developmental strategy, the front office accepted that the current veteran core must carry the entire load alone in 2026. The draft was an investment, one that simply won't mature until the current window closes.